Morning, this is Cooking with Honey. Koko is the guest cook today. Today, Koko will be teaching you how to make gravy. Now, gravy is the most awesome thing you've ever had. Koko's been making gravy at our house for a long time, and I'll tell you that story when you're older. The first thing we have to do is we have to wash our hands, but Honey always makes me wash my hands when I cook. Now the tools you need to make gravy, you will need a big skillet, so you'll have to get Mommy or Daddy to help you make gravy. You will need milk, you will need the right spatula to stir the gravy, and you will need flour and salt and pepper. You have to get your skillet hot. Inside the skillet there is some bacon grease because Honey got up early this morning and made breakfast or biscuits. And so we're having biscuits and gravy for breakfast this morning. We have homemade biscuits, and now we're going to have homemade gravy. So when your skillet gets hot, you use your spoon and you put in a little flour in with the grease. This is called making the roux. This is the most important part. Depending on how much grease you have and how much gravy you want to make, depends on how much flour that you put in your roux. Then you will stir your roux and get all of the lumps out. We can put a little more flour in with this batch because we have a little extra grease, which is good because Koko's hungry this morning. So is Honey. I can't wait to put this gravy on those homemade biscuits that Honey made. Then you need a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper. And when you get this all mixed up and get it all nice and smooth, and then your skillet gets hot enough, we're going to put the milk in. So as this is working, we're going to also have with our breakfast, we're having bacon and sausage and scrambled eggs and fried potatoes. This is like the ultimate breakfast at Koko and Honey's house besides pancakes. So once you get all of this going and this skillet gets hot enough, we're still waiting on it to get hot, we'll pour the milk in. Pour the milk in a very little bit at a time because we don't want our gravy to be too thick or too thin. So now we can start pouring the milk. So we're going to pour a little bit of milk in, and we're going to mix that all up. This way your gravy's not lumpy. And you have to stir a lot because there's a lot of stirring when it comes to making gravy. You have to stir the whole time until the gravy's ready. And you see how it's coming up and it's getting nice and thick? Here in a minute we're going to put a little more milk in it because this gravy is going to be delicious on our homemade biscuits. Put a little more milk in. We don't want our gravy to be too thick or too thin, so we have to be patient. It takes a very special person to make gravy, to make good gravy. Gravy was invented to make a bad piece of meat taste better. That's what the whole reason behind gravy was. Back in the day when the meat was stringy and tough, they invented cream gravy, brown gravy, water gravy, just anything that they could put on the meat to make it edible. We're making cream gravy this morning. That's how come we're using milk. See how it's getting thicker? And so now we're going to put in a little more milk. We'll keep doing this until we get exactly what we want. Gravy can go with biscuits. You can put it on your chicken, your mashed potatoes. Koko even puts it on his scrambled eggs because he likes it so much. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and gravy. That is delicious. Chicken fried steak with gravy is delicious. So we're just about done with our gravy. I wish y'all were here to have some biscuits and gravy with Honey and Koko today. All right, so there we have it. The gravy is made. It's not too thin, it's not too thick, it's going to be perfect. Love you. Bye-bye.